hung up the phone. I could not believe it. Dr. Brown, the president of Rosemont College, had just asked me to be the dean of students. Oh, now I'd done a lot of work in education, counseling, administrating some programs, but I'd never worked in a college before. My heart was going pitter patter. All these years I'd been a graduate student, a stay-at-home mom, a part-time teacher. I was going to have to look dignified. Deans should be dignified, and I didn't want the staff to know that I was terrified. I was afraid I would do a terrible job. Well, the first thing I had to do was to get a proper dress that a dean would wear. All those stay-at-home clothes that I'd made would not work. I bought myself a lovely, lovely dress. It was dark blue with polka dots, wrap around, a fitted top, but a waistband with a gathered skirt full at the back. I thought I looked pretty dignified. Well, that first day I headed off to Rosemont College, my new briefcase in my hand, my new dress, saying to myself, dignity, Charlotte, dignity. Now, I pulled up in a parking place that had my name on a sticker. Oh, I was feeling so good. I leaned over to lock the passenger door and heard a funny noise. But I looked around and I didn't see anything. So I locked the car. I walked up the steps. Oh, people were so friendly. They greeted me. They smiled. I heard laughter. I went into the administrative building. There, office, dean of students, it said. Now, I had met the staff when I went for the interviews, so I went in with a smile on my face, trying to look comfortable and dignified. The secretary, Mary Agnes, she just greeted me so warmly. The assistant dean, Sister Mary Frances, oh, they just welcomed me so much. But I turned around to walk into my private office, and I heard, and then laughter. And I turned around, and they were pointing to my back. And I looked and discovered that the gathers of the skirt had fallen out, and my new slip and my rear end were showing to the world. Dignity, dignity. And so it was that my first official act as dean was to borrow a needle and thread, to go into my office, sew the skirt back on to the top of the dress, and get ready for my first staff meeting. Well, I walked into the room, and there they all were, very dignified, welcoming with a gentle smile. And I sat down and I said, how's that for a first impression? And they laughed, and they laughed, and I laughed, and I discovered they were much more positively oriented to me because I had a sense of humor.